I'm looking at religious icons that are being used in the colonial period, specifically statues of the Virgin Mary. And I'm going back actually to the same little town that I looked at most closely. It's called Itzmal, because they have a miraculous virgin named the Virgin of Itzmal. And she dates to the middle of the 16th century, and she's been used to intercede on not just the Maya population's behalf, but the Spanish population's behalf during times of all kinds of crises, but in particular during times of health crises. The assumption has been that in the early colonial period, they were kind of a veiled way for indigenous populations to venerate their old deities. They were accepting her as a new deity, but accepting her within the framework of divinity that had existed for millennia in Mesoamerica. So I'm tracing the parallels between pre-Columbian material practices, basically how religious ceramics were being used, pottery, how they were being made, how they talk about those objects, and comparing them to those same kinds of processes in the colonial period in regards to the Catholic imagery. I also look at things like production practices. I look at how this particular virgin was made, her kind of miraculous story of how she was produced in Guatemala and brought all the way to Yucatan, and en route all these miracles started happening. And realizing that when you go back to kind of the ethnohistoric information on the Maya, so Freire is talking about ancient Maya practices, the way that sacred religious sculpture would have been made in the pre-Columbian period has parallels to how this virgin was made, and these are completely fortuitous. It's a coincidence, but it worked really well, so that when this virgin was introduced into the Maya community, she already resonated with them because she happened to have been produced in the proper way, according to long-standing traditions. So it's looking both at the material world, but then also looking at the archival documentation that seems to back up those material assumptions.